my best days are the ones that start off with playing with children. And that's exactly what I had the privilege to do here at Broome Community College at their Child Care Center, which is just an extraordinary place. You can sense the love and the sense of responsibility that these individuals who work here every single day to take care of children, how seriously they take this. And I want to thank some of my partners here in our operations. We have our, I'm missing a card here. You may have taken my card.
It's
Okay.
under your
Okay.
binder.
Oh, okay. You're right. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Our county executive, Jason Gardner, I want to thank him for joining us and being here every time I come to Broome County and make sure that we're focused on issues that are important to the county. Dr. Tony Hawkins, the president of Broome Community College, and very proud of how the enrollment has gone up dramatically since we instituted the SUNY Reconnect, which is an opportunity for adults 25 years and older in specialized fields like education and healthcare, and a whole series of, can come back to community college for free and covering all the costs. And so the numbers are, up about 16% from fall and maybe up 20% for the spring.
That's correct.
So we're doing well, right?
We're doing great.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
I just want to confirm it's working. We're excited about this as well. And our extraordinary Chancellor, John King, who's just the brainchild of so many of these initiatives that help high school students have a better chance of getting financial aid and coming to college and opportunities for them and scholarships, investing in our infrastructure at all of our SUNY campuses, but also cares deeply about allowing people the opportunity to get that education, to lift themselves out of their circumstances. And their SUNY Reconnect and our investments in the child care facilities are an important part of that. And Nicole McMillan, the director of this center, is also to some we really are grateful for all the work you do here. As I mentioned, I met some of the kids here. I met some of their parents, and the parents are pursuing a SUNY education. So in speaking to them, they're just so grateful not just to have the financial support to cover the cost of tuition, but when they're trying to better themselves and get more of an opportunity and have a better job with a better paycheck to take care of a child, but they spend so much of that paycheck on that child, when they're able to bring them here to a place like this, literally where they're going to school, it makes all the difference in the world, and is really life-changing is what I'm hearing. So, and they can check in on their kids. It's something I know is important as a mom, New York's first mom governor, knowing that you're consumed every day, even if you're working, thinking about the well-being of your child, and if you can check in on them, this is just a great opportunity for them to do both their jobs, be a full-time student, but also a full-time parent. So I know this personally because I've had to give up a career that I loved because I could not find child care that was affordable when my babies were starting out, and now those babies are having their own babies since it's a long time ago, but they're struggling with child care as well. So I know this is a huge driver of cost for their families. And also, we want to talk about something that we're leaning hard into, and I'm really proud of this, talking about on a path for fully universal child care across the entire state of New York. We made a major announcement with the mayor of New York City a few weeks ago, early into this session. But recognizing that New York City and the rest of the state are in different places, New York City started quite a bit earlier to have a 4-year program and a 3-year program. We have some of many of our communities covered in New York, but I want to make sure we fully get there. But you think about what it costs to have child care. Here in Broome County, the median income is about $61,000 a year, one of the lower incomes across our state. And the cost of child care is upwards of $14,000. So if you have to take care of a child or even 2 children at that cost, look what you're subtracting out of your income right off the bat. And it's impossible for families. And that cost is twice the cost of a SUNY tuition. So it's just a huge driver of expense and creates the affordability challenge for so many of our families. So that's why I know that we needed to make investments in childcare here in New York, over $8 billion since I've been governor invested in childcare, and focusing $6.5 billion on childcare subsidies to help parents have what they need to be able to make the payments to cover their childcare. In race, we can do that, but also we can provide it, but also you have to have facilities. So places like this take money to build and to develop and take time. So last year in our budget, we announced over $100 million to open hundreds of new child care centers. So we really did lay the foundation, working on, the facilities, the workforce that's required. and now we need to be able to expand it to more and more families. So I wanted to, as I talk about upstate, I want to do things in a way where we can study the impacts and look at 3 specific counties that have been identified. And I'm here and proud to announce, in cooperation with our county executive, Broome County is one of the 3 pilots for this initiative all across upstate New York. And so Broome County is on the verge of opening the largest child care center this fall. It's going to be amazing. And to continue furthering these efforts, we are committed at the state level to $20 million for the county to scale up and find out ways we can deal with babies that are infants all the way up to 3-year-olds and cover that gap for families that exist, because we'll work on getting the 4-year-old program available to every child within the next 2 years. That should be done. Also focusing on 3-year-old programs, but it says those infants, the little toddlers and the 1 and 2-year-olds, that are the ones that are hard to place. So we want to have a pilot for a community-wide network of daycares that'll provide daycare not just during the school year, but year-round, and also make it affordable for families. And also double down on the proven success of the child care subsidies. $1.2 billion already additional for child care subsidies. And as I mentioned, we'll follow through on our promise of universal 4-year-old program. So in the next 2 years, every parent will know that there's a seat guaranteed for their 4-year-old to be able to have the education they need, the skills and training to be able to step into kindergarten ready to learn. So we're going to keep giving relief to families, knowing of their struggles. We have the expansion of the child care tax credit. When I first became governor, for families with a child under the age of 4, there was no tax credit, there was no financial assistance. So we went from $330 the next year, and I said, let's just triple it. Let's get it up to $1,000. And that's, I want to get the word out that you can deduct that you can take that credit on this year's taxes for your children under the age of 4. We also have a baby benefit, $1,800 for parents receiving public assistance to help them with those initial costs, which are always so high when your family is just starting out, as well as an investment of $9 million to help with diapers and other supplies that families need. So my objective is to make it possible for people to get an education at a great institution like SUNY Broome, know that their children are well taken care of, find other ways to put more money back in their pockets. We're taking on the high cost of car insurance. Utilities, I know, is hugely important here in Broome County in the southern tier. As this bitter cold winter is commanding more use, which is driving up costs, and we're still in the depths of that deep freeze, and it's going to take some more time to get out of it. But again, expanding the SUNY Reconnect program is something I feel very excited about. So bottom line is this: we're never going to stop fighting for the families. Some little ones I can hear in the distance who are screaming a little bit, but that shows that they're active, they're alive, they're engaged. And so I'm delighted to be here to make this major announcement for Broome County that will be working closely to be part of a pilot to unveil a statewide program to make sure that every child, every family will have access to affordable child care. With that, we are happy to take any questions.